What's going on, everybody? It is Atasha Watkins, your favorite realtor, and we are back again today with another Monday market report. What does that mean? Where we going through every Monday what the analysts are saying, what's going on in these mean real estate streets. Let's get right into it. So today we're going to talk a little bit about inventory. And we know kind of like inventory is one of those deciding factors whether or not, where prices is going to be. It's kind of basically the same thing. Well, it is supply and demand, not basically, it is very much so supply and demand. You know, the more supply that we have and the less demand, the better it is for consumers. If there's not great demand on something, that's going to bring down the price a little bit. We know what we've been looking at in these past couple of years is the fact that there's high demand because there's a shortage of inventory. So when we look at this first chart, when we look at this nationwide chart, we can see that supply is actually increasing. When we look at the national average, we see that we're down 6.8%. But I think from where we were a couple of months ago to where we are now in terms of the levels being down, that we're seeing a little bit of an increase in the month over month. Okay, this is monthly inventory for sales. When we look, we're still seeing that heavy decrease in inventory. And then we get down here to this level where we start to see this peaks, a little bit of peaks and valleys that we have going on here. As we look, we're seeing that upward trend in terms of inventory as well, in terms of monthly inventory and sales. And if you guys have been following us on Friday, we know that the New York area, we've been seeing an increase in inventory as well. And this is just another view of this chart in terms of the month over month sales, in terms of month inventory. When we look at the darker numbers, these are going to represent a different year. And when we go through, we're still seeing those peaks and valleys as well. It's just a little bit more in-depth charts where we're going to see that little bit of recovery, and we're seeing a little bit more of that fall off towards the end as well. But we're still in good position. I think people are starting to realize that, inventory, that the interest rates are the interest rates. And as I'm speaking to buyers on the phone and everything like that, or just speaking to buyers during an interview, we've realized that they are where they are. We're not going to see those pullbacks of those 3%, those 4% interest rates like we used to see before. And we just have to realize if that need is where that need is, we need to make this particular move. And it's what we've been saying for months now, that where the market is, if you are at this position where you need to make this move in the next upcoming months, whether it is we need to relocate for a job, we need to relocate just because we're a little bit confined, our family is growing, it is definitely time to make that move. We see right here, we're seeing that year over year inventories rate, and we're seeing all of this orange down here. But towards the end, we're seeing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, where we're seeing a little bit of increase. All right. And this is just looking at the chart in a different way. So this is a little bit more concise. January, we saw we're up, and then we hit those dips coming into May and October. And towards the end of the year, over this 12-month cycle in December, we're starting to see that increase again in that inventory. So we know what's happening. We know what's going on. We know this had to do a little bit with the interest rates, and this also had to do with a little bit of the inflation rates as well. The country was not sure where we're going to be going over this next couple of months, and I think right now we've stabilized a little bit. The only thing that I see going forward that may be a little bit of issue is that we're in an election year. And an election year is usually a little bit unstable. So we may see a little bit of fluctuation where people are going to hold off as we get closer to the election, because not everybody's going to know where it's going to turn out. So that's one of the things I want you guys to keep in mind. New monthly inventory, new home monthly inventory, seasonal adjustment for the last 13 months. Again, we're seeing that same pattern where we see that dip in the monthly inventory, and then we're seeing an increase with a slight fall off, and a very slight fall off towards the end as well. So It's just showing what all the charts are showing. We're looking at the year over year versus 2023, 2022 versus 2023. When we look at the beginning, we saw that the huge fall off in 2022, and then we start to see that pick up in 2023. So again, this is the seasonal adjustment year 22 versus 23. We get to see what 24 is was gonna hold. We're just getting started, but I think if you look at the 2023 for the first part, we started to see that fall off, and then we started to see that pick up in that month over month inventory. And that's pretty much what we got for you guys today. We'll dive in a little bit deeper. We have May coming in, so we should have some new analysis that's going to hit the market soon. We're going to start seeing the first quarter's results come in. We're going to see where we're going to land with then. So until next week, a Monday, this is Atasha Watkins, your favorite realtor, and I'll see you guys again soon. I'm out of here. Peace.